Hi, my name is Kara Lambert. This is going to be my final presentation. It is over my industry proposal, and I'm very excited to share my presentation with you. So, my table of contents consists of my initial industry issue for the first, and then my second is what research shows, and then my third is going to be the industry proposal, ultimately, what I think we should do to better the issue that I am talking about. So, my introduction is education of resources that are available to those of low income needs to be more accessible and attainable. Common issues arise from poverty. So, we must be better at educating our citizens on what is accessible to them so then these common issues aren't so prevalent. So, my industry issue is poverty is prevalent in our society. We must work together to better educate, but also help those who need it. Then we can all ultimately thrive together. So, if we as churches, schools, social services, community in general, if we work together to help those in low income families and in poverty, we can all thrive together. This is basically just me talking about lack of resources that increases the negative well-being of people. So when people don't have those basic necessities, they can't be their best self. So basic needs not being met. I quoted this citation here. The lack of access to these resources means individuals, families, and communities being unable to meet daily needs to live with dignity or to have sufficient quality time for family or personal growth and children being denied the possibility to grow and develop normally. So children who are going to school, they do struggle when they don't have these basic needs met. Like they're what's on their mind isn't to learn. They're just wanting to make sure they have food on the table at that night and they might not, or getting a good night's sleep and they can't because they're so hungry. So basically these basic needs not being met is not good for their well-being. The children in poverty, this just leads into that. They have more stress, more anxiety, more struggles just because those needs aren't being met. The lack of resources, if we could just educate these people on the resources, these families, they can attain that more and have more so that they're not struggling as much. I also include that crime increases within poverty. So those who are struggling financially are more likely to go into crimes to get that money so they can meet those basic needs. So for us to decrease crime, we must help those in poverty. I did include this quote. I thought it was so good for my presentation. It just says, overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity. It is an act of justice. It is the protection of a fundamental human right, the right to dignity and a decent life. What research shows, the official poverty rate in 2022 was 11.5%. That is 37.9 million people. That is a lot of people who are struggling in the United States. And then the supplemental poverty measure doubled from 5.2% in 2021 to 12.4% in 2022. We must evaluate and share what's accessible to get people what they need and then make changes based on that and what they do not have. And then I just included this picture of somebody helping someone in poverty. They looked really cold. He's giving them something warm to drink and just giving him encouragement. And then this is my industry proposal, really what this presentation is about, is increasing access to healthcare. What is already available, I know, is like Medicaid, the Children's Health Insurance Program, SNAP benefits, which is food stamps, WIC. I think these are all wonderful, but if we could increase that, have a way to increase access to healthcare, and that we share these two. Some people don't even know they qualify for these, and I think it's important they know. Improvement of education. Education can help children come out of poverty later in life, but it also, if we could include after school programs to help meet the needs of these children, that would make the world a difference. And then I just said strengthening the community because churches and schools can come together to help educate the resources available to children and families in poverty. And then I just included a little thank you. And these are my citations. And I just want to say thank you and I appreciate it.